JC Brassard is back with the Nottingham Panthers and back on Panthers TV with Jeremias Chimney Systems. JC, welcome back to Nottingham.
Thanks, Dan. Good to be back. I'm really excited for the year.
And you talk about being excited for the year. I'm sure you've had plenty of conversations with head coach Gary Graham. He's a very infectious character, very upbeat. Tell me about your conversation with him, and surely his personality started to rub off on you a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He seems like a great guy from the conversations I've had with him. He's very nice, very easy to talk to. Seems like he's really, really excited about the year as well, which in turn got me excited. I'm really excited to see what we can do with him. He's a very nice guy. I'm excited for his projection of what the team's going to be like and what he's looking for out of me. And it's just a lot to look forward to this year, and a lot to look forward to with getting to know Gary.
And then you mentioned the team that he puts together. That team's starting to come together as we speak. It's mainly about that core, that returning core at the minute. There's yourself, Matthew Myers, Jeremy Welsh, Jack Hopkins, Archie Hazeldene's joined on the back end, who's a new, and Luke Ferrara's a new face. But you must be looking forward to seeing Jeremy and Matthew again when you get back here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I already texted Jeremy. I got to text Matthew and let him know that he's in for another year with me. It's exciting to see some friendly faces in Jordan and Jack, and it'll be nice to meet the new guys as well. And it's always good to see some friendly faces with the new start of the year.
And then outside of your conversations with Gary, what was it that also drew you back to Nottingham? Because I remember having plenty of conversations with you, and you really fell in love with this city.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I had already considered coming back again in around January of the year, even though the year wasn't quite what we had hoped for. Even still going through all the ups and downs, I was still thinking and excited about coming back to Nottingham. I mean, I just fell in love with the city, the atmosphere at the rink, the passion the fans have every single day that we play in front of them. And I mean, it's infectious. It really is. And it's not something you can really get away from. And, you kind of go through withdrawals once you don't have it. And so given all that and everything considered, I was really excited to come back to Nottingham. And it basically didn't take much. I didn't talk to really many other places, but I mean, there's everything about the city, the culture, the life, the nightlife, the people in there, and the fans. It's just a lot to look forward to and a lot to be excited for coming back.
You mentioned the fans there, that the fans really took to you from your performances on the ice. Did you feel that? Because it was, like you mentioned, it was a tough year for everyone, but the fans really took to you and they appreciated, your style of play, the way you cared, sort of thing. You could visibly see that. Did you feel that the fans, did you feel that love despite, the feelings that were around at the time?
Yeah, no, I could definitely feel the love. It was one of the better years I've had professionally. So, I mean, you could hear it more, I'd pick up the puck. I'd feel a little more confident. You could hear a little murmur in the crowd, or like, you have it deliver a big hit and the whole crowd goes wild. And I loved that so much. It made it more fun to play. It's one of the things that allured me back to Nottingham. And it felt great. I mean, there's nothing more that a player loves than hearing the crowd cheer and get excited once you do what you love to do. So that I could definitely tell, and I really appreciated that. And I'm hoping for a lot more of that this year.
And then obviously last season is what it was. What happened. Was part of the reason for coming back as well, wanting to, give it another go in Nottingham and trying to show, like me and you had a conversation about how great this place could be. And being part of that, this new quote unquote revolution under Gary sort of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. The unfinished business thing is something that sticks with me. I'm a competitive guy and I'm a dedicated guy, and I don't usually like to start things that don't get finished. And I definitely feel like last season was unfinished. We had our ups and downs. You can make any excuse you want, but still, I mean, we did not perform. And this year I'm looking to come back and, get a trophy under my belt and really, really bring something to the city of Nottingham.
And I saw you after games where we lost, games we should have won and things like that. I could see what that did to you. Can you just explain how much those losses pain you? Because people don't get to see that when you leave the ice and you go into the locker room. People don't get to see that, but I saw it in your eyes and your face. Talk me through how that made you feel, those losses and things. Because people care.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can tell after a game who cares and who doesn't. And I mean, regardless of the season last year, we did have a lot of guys that did care, and it does hurt. I mean, a lot of highly competitive athletes, we hate losing more than we like winning. You know what I mean? It's the pain of losing hurts even more than the best win. So you try to avoid that as much as possible, and just just knowing that you could have done a little bit more, or there's just one or two things you could have changed because it felt like there were a couple games last year where, we have one less breakdown, we win the game, or we have one better minute, we win the game. Just stuff like that really eats away at you. And as you get older, you try not to harp as much on like the little details. But I mean, after a while, sometimes it just takes its toll and you just really can't help it. And it burns. But it's good because it fuels your energy for the next day of practice. It makes you even more excited for the next game to go out and, make up for that unfinished business and the whatever happened the last game, you're making up for it the next game. So it is good for the fire. It's good for the soul. It's good for the team. So
I imagine there's a lot of fire there then based on the last game you played in Nottingham, where, we had that lead in the playoff game, 4 minutes left, Guildford take the win. You've got to sit a whole off season on that now.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good ever. A tragic loss never feels good. And, I knew two guys on that team, on the Guildford team. So didn't feel good, walking away from those guys. They want to say hi to me after the game, and I'm too busy, being pissed off in the locker room to want to go say hi to my friends. But yeah, it did burn a little bit. And, a lot of that fire is helping me train this summer. And, every time I kind of slow in the training, you think about that last game and it fires you up again. And I am excited to bring that fire back to this upcoming season.
Then you mentioned it is the summertime, it is the off season. What are the off-season plans for JC Brassard outside of training and getting ready for? We're only like 70 odd days away from training camp. It's a scary number.
I know.
You've still got some time to enjoy yourself. What are you getting up to refresh the mind, refresh the body?
So that's an important part of my summer program is refreshing the mind and the body. So I live near the beach, so I love going to the beach. I'll go to the beach as many days as I can. Even if I have a long day of training or working, I'll come back and take a dip at the beach or eat my dinner at the beach or light a fire down there. That's the main one. Seeing friends and family. I had a lot of friends and family I haven't seen in a while because I've been living all over the place. So now is a good time when everyone's back in town. Obviously focusing a lot on the training, but it is important to take the mind off of things. So I work, go to the beach, see some friends and family, cook a bit with my dad. And that's what I try to do. And
enjoy the views by the looks of it.
Yeah, exactly. Try to enjoy the blue skies and the beautiful green trees while they're still here. We don't get a long summer down here, so it's nice.
Right. Well, JC, thank you for your time. Like I said, we're about 70 days away from training camp, so it's not going to be long till we see you back in Nottingham. I know we're all
looking forward to it.
Right. Thanks,
looking forward to it, Dan. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.